go, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth.
Obligatory Italian being played in a kind of a conservative fashion here by Wesley. So we're expecting rook e8 before bishop e6, bishop e6, bishop e6, rook e6, and then one of the moves, Fabi early in the tournament played bishop b2 here in their match against...
Everything is already blurred.
There's too many Jacobianos, that's the problem. Like Ariantari played this plan with bishop b2
Yes, exactly.
d4.
So bishop b2, queen c2, rook e1, I believe is also something that they do occasionally in this position. Actually, rook e1 and h6 should be included at some point, so it's not this position. It's h3, h6, rook e1, rook e8, before bishop e6.
I think against
Bogdan. Yes, me too, I just found it.
Against
Bogdan.
And there was also that game he won in one of the earlier rounds against Chingintao.
That one was, by the way, a bit different. I just checked it. The one against Bogdan, he played with knight a3.
No, the one I was talking about was, I keep on forgetting the country somehow.
Singapore,
of course,
Yes.
Singapore.
This one.
Chingintao, in one of the earlier rounds. Of course, Black is not absolutely obliged to do that after h3. I think the current understanding is bishop e6 is not a horrible mistake, but generally speaking, allowing white to gain this amount of space on the queen side while also doubling your pawns on e6 is kind of slightly frowned upon. You are much happier, if we're talking about the structure, I think you're much happier doing it here with the pawn on a5 if you get to the similar type of position. The fact that white cannot so easily gain a lot of space on the queen side because the pawn on a5 prevents it makes black players, I think, a lot more confident in allowing this change of structure. Perhaps still thinking, obviously he can do both of those things. He's looked at a lot of Italians recently, as did... I'm not even particularly betraying any kind of trust here, because all of the top players have been looking at Italians for the past years. Bishop e6 is actually on the board, which is maybe a bit of a surprise for Wesley, because rook e8, h6, rook e8, bishop e6 is a more popular setup these days, but still a very playable move, and a move that has been played a bunch. There's 40 games reaching here.
As we move to the next game, I think, and we will remind the viewers throughout the day tomorrow, the round starts earlier, 4 hours earlier at 11 a.m. Central European Time. So,
it's good
let's keep that in mind.
That you keep reminding me as well, because I'm definitely
I'm trying to remind myself
keep forgetting
as well.
this too. Yes.
Board 3, Arjun having the white pieces against Linier Dominguez. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised at what Linier is doing here. This
Much longer. You can see Praggnanandhaa, it's going to be his last chance in the playing hall of the round to stare at his teammates' games because his game is about to be overdone. Wesley So played an absolutely fantastic game.
Wesley So played a Wesley So game, the kind that with which he's defeated Magnus, Italian. Yeah, Wesley So only draws in the Italian. Yeah, well, look at this game. He outplayed Pragg from start to finish, and as he sits back down, knight f5 I think is just going to trigger immediate resignation. This was a clutch win at an important moment for a struggling Wesley So.
Okay, so let's bring that board up so that everyone can see the finishing touch on this game. I mean, look at Black's king in the position. There's a knight on h8. All of Black's pawns are unhealthy, whereas White's pawns are all together in one island. And you see Wesley, he grabbed his player card. He knows that this game is just about to be over.
Pragg might not even wait. You know the phrase, resign without awaiting his opponent's next move? This is why you do it. Oh, and Wesley's made move 40. Sip of coffee, lean back, and choose the winning move, which is going to be knight f5. He will not keep Pragg waiting for long. But for Wesley, an excellent positional game. Pragg has done his part thus far in the Olympiad, and I'm sure he is going to be ready for the last round. But the score, it's going to be 1-0 technically in the US's favor, but they certainly don't have the momentum in this match.
It will be a temporarily misleading score, but Wesley So, nothing misleading about the result of this game. He has played a great one, and it comes at the right time for USA. Wesley, at 8 rounds of his play in, 4.5 out of 8, underperforming by his lofty expectations, but knight f5 just ends the game on the spot. You can look at Praggnanandhaa down, and he was ready to resign.
He's simply waiting for the move. Wesley keeps retracting his hand, and one more sip. He wants to enjoy this for another second longer. And as Yamcha Abduda watches, he plays a flashier win.
Knight takes h6, temporarily giving up a knight to get a fork at the end, and Black's rook will be lost. So Praggnanandhaa, you can tell here or there, he stops.
And Wesley, Wesley looking back, you see that, boys?
Well, it's huge for Team USA. Wesley So gets the job done. He beats Praggnanandhaa, a player who's really been in great form. But this Olympiad, I mean, maybe he's been the potential weak point, a struggle point for the Indian lineup. They haven't needed him to win games, but Wesley, he takes down Praggnanandhaa, who's drawn most of his previous games, and now Wesley leads Team USA to a 1-0 lead. But Danya, as you said, that's not